Hi everyone and welcome to this week's dance class. We are still looking at The Sleeper and the Spindle, this brilliant modern fairy tale with a few twists and turns that make it different from the original fairy tales that were written. So we started this book last week and we looked at empowerment and what it means to make you feel empowered, feeling confident, and we did movement based around that, about things that make us feel confident and empowered. So this week, another part of this book that I found really interesting was about choices and what choices the Queen makes throughout the whole story, at the very beginning right through to the end. I'm not going to give away any secrets at the end of the book though. So we're going to talk about that today, making choices and making dances based on that. So again, we're going to look at these amazing illustrations and the pictures in this book. But first of all, we need to warm up. So come into the space with me. And what we are going to do is I'm going to call out 1 to 4. When I call out number 1, you're going to jog on the spot. If you have got a little bit more space, you can jog around your space just to get our bodies moving and get to know the space that we're in a little bit more. If I say 2, you're going to do spotty dogs. Okay, so this is where we're going to do our arms opposite to our legs. Our arms are really straight and we're just going to swap our arms and legs like this. I don't know why they're called spotty dogs, but that's what we're going to do. So we're just going to go backwards and forwards. Again, little jumps. Good. Okay, our third one is, I want you to write your name with your knee. Okay, so imagine you've got a pen or something, a big crayon on the end of your knee, and you're going to write your name. This is quite tricky with your knee, but you have to balance as you do it. I'm going to dot my I and cross my T there. Okay, so if you can, see if you can write your name with your knee. Really imagine it in front of you as you do it. And that's a really good one. I'm going to warm up our hips and our legs and everything else. It's really good for our balance as well. And if I say number 4, you're going to freeze, but you're going to balance. Okay, so see if you can find a nice balance, anything you like. Try and go on 1 foot. Okay, we've had a bit of practice writing our name with our knee, but if you can, any kind of balance, you can do anything you like. Whoop. Doesn't have to be, you just have to hold it as still as you can. Okay, so number 1, jogging on the spot. 2, spotty dogs. 3, writing name with your knee. And 4, a balance. Hold really still. Good. But I'm going to mix these up. So we're going to start with number 3, your knee. Okay, let's go. Sorry if you've got a really long name. This might take you a while, but you'll get really good at balancing. Good. Number 1, have a jog. Have a little jog around your space. Good. Keep breathing. Well done. Okay, number 4, let's have a balance. I think I'm going to hold, go on my toes. Quite a simple balance. Really straight arms. Good. And number 1, jogging again. Good. Space. Well done. Or on the spot. That works really well as well. Good. Number 2, spotty dogs, opposite arm to legs. Go. Okay. Breathing. Good. Keep going. Get super fit. Well done. And number 3, here we go again. Balancing. Good. Whoa. Here we go. How did you do? Well done. And let's finish with a balance. I'm going to try leaning over balance, I think. Hold that. See if, hold it still as you can. Good. You might find it easier on one leg than the other. Sometimes one leg is easier. I don't know why. There we go. Good. Well done. And let's finish off with one more. Number 3, writing your name again. This time, see if you can make it even bigger. So you might need to shuffle along. There we go. Woo. Okay. That's a good one. I'd actually like to have crayons on my knees. That'd be really fun, wouldn't it? You could draw colourful pictures with your knees. Okay, right. What we're going to do now is our beats. We did this last week. What we're going to do is stand parallel. I'm going to just tap our thighs for 8 counts. 8. We're going to tap our tummies. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And clap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. 8, 8, 8, 8. Then we're going to do 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 2s, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. And we do 1 twice, because that's quite quick, okay? So the trick is not to speed up your, okay, got to keep the same beat, okay, the same tempo as we go. Okay, so relax the shoulders. This is a little bit about posture as well. Okay, imagine you have a thread coming out the top of your head and it's pulling you up. So you've got a lovely posture, your shoulders are nice and relaxed. Okay, I'm going to keep in time with me. So all together, ready? 8 counts. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Clap. 7, 8, 4, 4, 4. Don't speed up. 4, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1. Again. Good. I hope I didn't speed up. I could feel myself getting faster, especially towards the end. But we've got to keep that tempo. Good, because rhythm and tempo and all those things are very important in dance as well. Good. So the final thing I want you to do for our warm-up is we are going to look at our levels. So we have a high level, we have a middle level, and we have our low level down here. We have it each side, okay, and what we're going to do is reach. Okay, so we're going to go high, good, and really stretch to the side. So I want you to feel a nice stretch down there. Reach, hopefully you've got space. Good, reach down, again, high, high, side, side, down, down. Good, I'm going to mix it up, see if I can trick you, see if you can keep up. Ready? So we go high, middle, high, low, low, middle, high, high, middle, low, low, middle, 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 high, low, low, high, high, high. Good. Okay, well done. So we have some nice side stretches. Good. So let's have a look at our story again. Here we go. So this is our queen, isn't it? And what we are looking at today is the idea of choices. I marked off a few pages because there are so many amazing pictures. I didn't know which ones to look at, but this is what we looked at last week. And the queen makes lots of choices in this story. So as we saw last time, this is a really great picture because she's very privileged. She's in her huge castle. She's just about to get married. But what she decided is to leave her castle. And this is her first choice. And this is quite unusual because in a fairy tale, often princesses and queens and things have to stay. They have to stay. They often marry a prince and they don't have the choice to do anything else. So you can see these pictures here. These are our dwarf friends talking. I found this really nice picture here. And this is a really good example of her in her wedding dress. It's quite a crazy wedding dress, isn't it? I love the design of this. And she's being made to wear these very, very tight ribbons because she has to look perfect for her wedding. Look, and she's got her assistant here or her attendant, and they're fixing her dress and making it look perfect. And it says that in the text as well. But she doesn't want to, and she makes the choice, which is a very brave thing to do, with all her servants and everybody else who she has to look after in her kingdom, and she decides to go on this journey to try and find this sleeping kingdom that the dwarves have told her about. So it's very interesting, a little twist on the fairy tale. And as we go through the book, You might remember some of these pictures. This is a great picture. So we can see here she's making the decision to go. And it's quite a big one because it's scary. And in these pictures, look, they're not like a nice, cozy, lovely, relaxing place to go. It's rocky and it's rough. And look, there's a mysterious hole. Are they going to go into this cave? You know, what's going to happen? So it's a big decision for her to make. It's not a safe decision and maybe a bit scary. But she does it anyway. We looked at this last week as well. Do you remember her sleeping on a haystack? So she has to make big choices like leaving her castle, but she also has to make small ones like where to sleep. And she might not have been outside her kingdom before. She's used to sleeping in big, rich, expensive beds and with beautiful quilts and things, and now she has to sleep in a haystack. So these are smaller choices she has to make as well. Maybe she doesn't know how to make choices. This is a great picture. So you can see, this is the castle where the sleeping woman is. And how is she going to get there through these woods? Can you see the detail in these pictures? There are thorns and roses. And lots of people have not made their way through this sort of jungle of roses and forests. So it's very, very difficult. How is she going to do it? She's got to be strong and confident and make some decisions. This is another one. As she gets closer, you can see here. So various people have tried to save this sleeping princess in her tower in the castle. And look what's happened to them. They've perished and they haven't made it. And they've been stuck in the thorns for years and years and years. And here you can see her sucking her finger there because what she has to do is she has to prick her finger on a thorn. And it sort of opens up a gateway and lets her in to the kingdom there. So we're just going through this very, very quickly, and you can read the story in much more detail. And this is one of the most important parts of the book because she has to make the choice to kiss this sleeping woman. And what happens when she does? We don't know. Something awful could happen. Something amazing could happen. Is she going to save her? Might she kill her? We don't know. And so all these choices she has to make and look at. Is this going to be the right one? So all these pictures are amazing. I could look at this all day. They're so brilliant, aren't they? Which is your favourite one? I'm sorry I can't hear you. I'll try and turn back to a few of them so you can see. Wow, some really crazy faces. Look at that one. Wow. Okay, that's a nice one too. So what we're going to do is we are going to make up a dance about making choices. And what I've done is I've made a dance phrase. And what you're going to do is you are going to choose and make decisions how to change that dance to make it your own. So we're going to start with my phrase, but we're going to develop it and change it to make it yours because we're all very different. We make different choices every day for ourselves. And this means that it can be an original dance for you. So if you come into my space here, or we go into your space, what we're going to do is we're going to start with the idea of, I like the idea of the queen grabbing her sword. So she's going to grab this really heavy sword and she's going to wave it around her head like this. She's going to go grab, wave it around her head, good, and point it at the front there. She's then going to make a low position as if she's ready to go into battle. She's like, I'm deciding what to do. She's going to make a low sort of star shape here. Okay, so she's making that decision, a nice strong shape, good choice, strong position, a low shape here, good. From here, what we're going to do is go down onto our knee and we're going to do a roll to the front. So it's almost like an attacking position. So she's ready to go into battle. She's going to face that mountain of thorns that's in front of the castle. So she's done a roll. She's going to get up very slowly and thoughtfully, turn, and then we're going to point to the corner because there's something over there and that's the direction that we're going to go. That's my decision. And that's what she's deciding. Okay, so take your sword, 1, 2. You're going to wrap it around our heads, point to the front, make a low star. Good, roll to the front. Get up slowly, turn, and point to the corner. Good, that's the direction we're going to go. Okay, so let's try that with music to bring it to life a little bit. Okay, so sword, round the head, low star, roll, get up slowly, point. Okay, very quickly running through it again. If you need to go through it again, you can wind it back and have a look. Let's try it with some music. Here we go. Good. Once again. So that's my little phrase that I've done. What I want you to do is, first thing, now that you've learnt my phrase, I want you in a second to pause me and I want you to change the levels of that phrase. So I start standing and I'm holding the sword and I put it around my head. But what you could do is you could start on a lower level, hold the sword and wrap it around your head. So that might look quite interesting. Or you could start on a high level and you could reach up, if you can balance on your toes, wrap it around your head. So I was on a sort of middle level, you could go high or low. Okay, I do a low roll on the floor. Maybe instead of a low roll, you could do a nice turn on a sort of middle level. So add in 1 or 2 different levels to my dance because it's your choice. Okay, your choice where you want to add in 2 more levels. So pause me. Okay, so hopefully you've added in your 2 levels. Okay, and we're going to try that with music, the original phrase, but with your new levels added in. So I'm going to stick to mine, you do yours. So don't worry if we're doing different things. If this is too difficult, don't worry, you can just do my original one. Okay, so let's try it with the new levels and music. Here we go. Okay. Right, so we've added in levels. The next thing I want you to do is look at these words here. Now, we can show you, oops, my words, here we go. And what these words are action words. And what I want you to do is choose 2 or 3 action words and add these into your dance. So we have got loads. We've got freeze, lean, slide, twitch, jump, reach, lunge, twist, spread. Hard to read them upside down. Let's have a look. Hop, shiver, freeze, collapse. That's a nice word. Okay, swing. I think that's all of them. Twist. So choose 2 or 3. Okay, and you're going to add these into your dance with your new levels. So you choose whichever 2 words you like. So you can pause this and have a look, add them into your dance, and then we'll come back together in a second. So pause me. Okay, hopefully you've now chosen your 2 words. Okay, so there's lots and lots to choose from. You can always wind it back, pause the film and have a look and choose 2 or 3 if you're feeling confident, 4. Okay, and add those into your dance. Okay, so we are going to have a go at the levels you've added in and now the 2 words that you've added into your dance. So hopefully if you've got maybe the sword here, you can maybe add that into a twist, something like that. Maybe at the end, when you did the point, you could finish by collapsing to the floor. Okay, so lots of different ideas. I'm sure you've got your own. Okay, so let's try that with music. Here we go. Here we go. hopefully that's given you enough time to do everything. If not, you can wind that back and have another go with the music. So this time, the last thing I want you to do is add a different ending position, okay? So I finish like this, just looking out, but you can choose whatever you like. You could collapse down to the floor if you like, or you could do another turn and face the back, or you could just have another end position that you think is really strong and nice, and that is what your end position is going to be. So have a think, pause me. Okay, and hopefully now you've come back, we can think of an end position. So we've changed our levels, we've added the words in, the action words that you've chosen, and we've got an end position. So from the beginning phrase to the end, it really should be very different. So let's try that all together, your phrase and my phrase all together with the music. Here we go. Okay, and what's really interesting is if you look back, if you go back to the original phrase and dance that, compared to your new one, you'll see how much you've developed and how much that has changed because of the choices you've made as a choreographer, who's someone who creates dances. So that's what you are today, you are a choreographer. So fantastic work, I bet they look amazing. So just to finish off and cool down, I really like the idea of that wall of thorns and roses. So what we're going to do is the idea of going under, over and around. So I want you to imagine you are in a sort of field almost of these thorns, and the castle's over there and you've got to get to it. So we're going to go over, under and around these thorns. We're just going to make up movement as we go and see if you can get there on a little journey. So I'm going to put some nice music on. Okay, take some deep breaths as we go up, and then you're going to blow out as we go down and around. That's going to bring our breathing back as well. It's a nice way to relax. Okay, so let's try it with this music. This is quite cool, spacey music. Ready? So we're going to go over. Nice little way to finish there. Well, thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed this session, and I will see you very soon for more Sleeper and the Spindle. Thank you.